Hey guys, this is Introducing Emmy, and we're back with, I almost said a Red Line Tuesday. This is actually a bust for, I believe it's pronounced, her name's pronounced Kaejae. I think she actually just changed her DeviantArt name, so I'll have to look into that. But anyway, so this video is going to be like 6 minutes long, and it's just going to be me talking for 6 minutes, and I have no idea what to say about this. Same old story. I think the only thing I did I was a little, like, kind of sloppy in the way I did my sketch. I don't think the final product turned out sloppy, but I was kind of in a rush, so I wasn't like, normally I would carefully go through and you see how I'm like masking in white. I would normally be like turning that to multiply as I went along and stuff, but I was like, nah. So I was just kind of scribbling the white into like where I needed it to see what I was going to be inking and stuff. I'm trying to find different, more efficient ways to get these busts done because I do have a lot of them to do. Well, not so much anymore. I forget how many I have left to do, but probably a good like 10 or 15 left. So lots of videos to come. Also, these characters are anthro characters, and I don't do a whole lot of these anymore. I used to do a bunch in college, and then like right after I graduated, I was still doing like a lot of furry art and stuff. Not so much anymore, so this was definitely different for me. I kind of had to like go back into my mind and to former teachings of anthro art, I guess. I think they turned out good though. They don't have quite the references didn't show them with like really excessive muzzles, or I shouldn't say excessive, but like really long muzzles or really pronounced muzzles. So I could kind of keep my same like face formula and just sort of stretch it out a little bit without, you know, having to work on like entirely new building blocks, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. So there's like one little technique I used in this drawing that I think I use it in a lot of my work, and I have gotten some questions about it, so I think I'm going to do a tutorial on it. But it's basically like once you have something inked, it's how to color the lines, sort of like Disney or DreamWorks, more like DreamWorks traditional style. They tend to like color the lines like they're not outlined in black. And there's a couple different ways you can do that, but I think I have sort of figured out a method that's really tight. It's like it's really simple, and if you make a mistake, you can change it really easily. You don't have to like worry about the integrity of your ink work or anything like that. So here we go. We're inking. We're now in Manga Studio. This is the only other program I work in besides Photoshop, so if you ever see me inking stuff outside of Photoshop, this is where I am. I'm in Manga Studio EX4. I actually think their next one just came out, but I can't remember what improvements they made over this one. Oh, you know what it is? I think you can now color in Manga Studio. Well, you could always color in Manga Studio, but it was kind of a pain. You had to work on like lots and lots of layers, and it wasn't really conducive to coloring. So most everybody I know who uses Manga Studio but still colors their work would do what I do. They would ink in Manga Studio and then port it back into Photoshop and finish the drawing there. So I think Manga Studio is trying to go to war, have combat with other proprietary coloring software to try to make them the only one you would use. But don't worry, Manga Studio, I'm not upgrading, but I still love you. I use you all the time. It's no big deal. Oh, I forgot a stripe on his jacket. Oops. I like characters who have like multiple planes of color on their face that aren't outlined in black. Like she has like 2 colors in her hair, and I kind of like to freehand that kind of stuff. I mean, it feels like I'm doing their makeup, and I think that's cool. I've said in other videos I kind of like doing characters' makeup. Makes them a bootiest. And shading, same old, just really simple cell shading stuff. Easy peasy. Now, I know it might look like I'm using a soft aliased brush, but I'm in fact using the pencil tool in Photoshop, which is pretty pixely. It's just that when you're this far back from this large of a drawing, it looks aliased. Well, to be honest, not so much. But the final product, when you shrink it down to like display it online, or you know, if you're gonna print it in a book or something somewhere, it'll look fine. It won't look pixely. I remember when I first started working with aliased. Is it aliased or anti-aliased? I'm getting confused now. When I started working with like pencil brushes and inking in Manga Studio is also like that, I was like all scared. I was like, no, people see my pixels. But I realize now, nobody's gonna see your pixels, like your panties. Just pull your pants up a little bit. No big deal. So there we go. There's the shine on the hair. And there you can see I'm coloring the outlines to sort of set them back a little bit. Not so harsh a black, you know. And that'll do it. Alright, cool. I'll see you guys later.